Croeso pawb to the PlayStation Indies PSN sale. This is a big sale with a load of really cool indie games in it, and I've done all the hard work as normal. I've gone through the whole sale and I've found some really cool games for you to play, and you can save a lot of money on them as well. They're on huge discounts, which is great. So if you like the idea of finding cool new games to play and saving a lot of money along the way, then you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe. You're welcome here anytime. Okay, this sale ends on the 3rd of September, so that'll be the last day to pick up these deals. Let's look at the games. First up, we have Grey Dawn. It was released in 2024, so it's only 1 year old, and it's on at least an 80% discount for the price of £3.19 or £1.59 with PS Plus, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal for a cool and interesting game. And this version includes both the PS4 and PS5 editions as well, so you're getting both for the same price, which is really cool. In this psychological horror, you get to experience a terrifying adventure as a priest quests to prove his innocence after being accused of murder, but strange events involving demonic possession, divine apparitions, and the voice of the devil himself starts to twist the events. Now, there's a huge amount of horror games around, and this game looks pretty interesting and different to me. The idea of a priest being accused of murder and having to prove himself innocent is really cool, and clearly the events, and maybe involvement from other powers, start to twist reality, and you end up in a puzzle adventure with a lot of psychological horror in it, which seems really cool and interesting. Obviously there's a lot of religious iconography in this, so if that's not your thing, stay away from it. But hey, it comes part and parcel with a lot of horror games, especially old school stuff like The Exorcist, so if that's your thing, then you'll probably really enjoy it. I just really like the look of the story in this game. The idea really piques my interest, and I think it's a really cool idea, seeing it from the perspective of the priest, as things get twisted and he's not sure what's real and what isn't, whether he's losing his mind or not. It's a really cool idea, and I think it's really well implemented. So if you're a fan of horror games and you like the idea of this one, why not take a look? I think you'll be pleasantly surprised if you give it a chance. And hey, if you've never played a psychological horror before, then you could start here. There's a massive amount of games to choose from, but I think this one's story and idea is pretty cool and interesting. So if you really like the look of it, then why not take a look? But you can get other bigger AAA or legendary ones for about the same price, especially if you don't have PS Plus and you're paying the higher price. And you will have a lot of options in future videos as well. So if you're not sure, don't worry about it. Keep up with the videos and you'll have plenty more options in the future. We have another horror game next, Infliction Extended Cut. It was released in 2020, so it's 5 years old, and it's on at least an 80% discount for the low price of £2.99 or £1.49 with PS Plus, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really good deal. In this game you get to experience an interactive nightmare as you wander a terrifying house, trying to piece together a harrowing mystery by uncovering clues while struggling to survive a relentless entity standing in your way to absolution. Now, I've never heard of this game before, and it's got really good reviews, and on top of that, it looks pretty good as well. From the trailer and the pictures, it looks pretty scary, and it seems to implement a lot of cool ideas that'll probably scare the pants off you. So I feel like the idea of being chased around a nightmare house while uncovering a mystery, then you might really enjoy this game. As I've said before, there's tons of games in this genre, but this one's well thought of, and seems to be a really cool game. So if you're really into scary games and you like the idea of this one, why not take a look? It may not be that different to a load of other games, but it seems to be done really well, and I think you'll have a lot of fun if you like this sort of thing. So why not check it out if you like the sound of it? And hey, if you never played a horror game before, then I'm not sure I'd recommend starting here. It looks like a really good game for a really good price, but there's a lot of games in this genre, and you get bigger AAA legendary ones for about the same price, or not too much more as well, and even VR games for not much more as well. So you have plenty of options, and a lot of them are probably better than this. But hey, if you really like the look of this one, at this price, why not pick it up? But if not, you'll have so many other options to choose from that you'll be spoiled for choice in the future. Killing Floor 2 is our next game. It was released in 2016, so it's 9 years old, and is on a 90% discount for the low price of £2.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal for a popular shooter. In this FPS, you get to wield an arsenal of weaponry to fight the hordes of infected who have taken over Europe. It's designed for online 12-player multiplayer, where you get to group up and fight wave after wave of enemies working together to survive the hordes. Now, the first game when this came out was super popular. People really enjoyed it, and this sequel was really popular as well. It came out, a load of people picked it up, and they had just as much fun as the first one, and they expanded on it and just improved on the first one in general, which is really good. It's nice to see a successful game make a sequel that actually improves on the first, rather than just iterate, so that's really good. Now, I will say it's been out for 9 years, so I'm not sure how busy the online servers are these days, and it's a very online multiplayer focused game. But hey, if you've got a load of friends you like playing games with, then you won't care about that. You'll all pick this up cheap and have a lot of fun together. Now, there is a VR version that's on sale for $3.99 for a 75% discount as well if you're interested. It's a PSVR 1 only game, so if you don't have a PSVR 1 you can't play it. So if you like the idea of this game and you want to play it in VR, why not take a look at that one instead? So if you're a big fan of zombie horde games, and you've got a group of friends to play with, or you don't mind taking a chance on how busy the servers are these days, then why not take a look at this? It's a really popular series, and I think that people who like this team-based, gory, action-focused FPS will really enjoy this sort of thing. So why not check it out if you like the sound of it? It's a pretty cool game from a pretty good series. And hey, if you've never played an FPS before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. It's an online multiplayer focused game, so I'd say you're pretty much better off starting with a game that has an actual story. And there's loads of them, from a load of different themes and franchises, and they're all pretty cheap on sale as well. So don't forget to subscribe, and then you won't miss your options when they're on sale in the future. Up next is my star buy, Limbo and Inside bundle. It was released in 2020, so it's 5 years old, but the first game's older than that really, and it's on a 90% discount for the price of £2.19, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a phenomenal deal for 2 full games, with the first one being a very big, popular hit. These are both puzzle platformers, and in Limbo you get to enter a dark and eerie world full of puzzles and creatures, while searching for your missing sister to save her before it's too late. And inside, you play a boy who gets involved in a similar world that contains a dark project hidden within for you to unravel. Now, they're both on sale individually usually, but it's always cheaper to buy the bundle, so if you're thinking about picking up one, you pretty much might as well pick up 2. Now, back when Limbo came out, it was huge. A lot of streamers played it. It was sort of like an indie hit, and everybody talked about it and raved about it. And it was extremely popular, kind of like a cultural phenomenon at the time. And it's a pretty good game. I wouldn't say it doesn't hold up to the hype, but it was definitely hyped up. Either way, you get a really good game that's very atmospheric. I completed it myself, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's a puzzle platformer basically, with horror theming. It's not that scary, it's more creepy and atmospheric than anything else. But it's a really enjoyable game, and it's pretty fun to play. Now, I haven't played the sequel, but that was well received when it came out, and it's from the same developers, so I'm sure it's a really good game as well. So hey, if you're into puzzle platformers and you like them with a bit of an eerie or horror sort of theme into it, then like I said, they're not scary but they're very atmospheric, then why not check these out? You're getting 2 really good games for a really good price. You can't ask for much more really. Like I said, it's my star buy. It's well worth your time and money, I promise. And hey, if you've never played a puzzle platform before, then you could definitely start here. You're getting a really big, massive hit game, along with this sequel, which is really well received as well. So you can't ask for much more really. If you've never tried a puzzle platform before, why not take a look at this bundle? Yeah, you are getting 2 games, but it's for the price of 1 game or less. So you're getting a lot of game for your money, and they're both really good as well. So why not check it out if you're tempted? But if not, don't worry, you'll have plenty more games to choose from in this sale and future videos as well. Lumo, The Master Mode Chronicles is our next game. It was released in 2022, so it's 3 years old, and it's on at least a 75% discount for the price of £3.99 or £3.19 with PS Plus, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal for an interesting looking puzzle game. In this puzzle platformer, you get to explore the greatest depths, a single massive environment separated by towers and filled with puzzles to solve. And by delving deeper, solving puzzles along your way to progress, you'll finally get to the bottom and complete the whole thing. It features complex logical puzzles and an electronica soundtrack as well. Now, I'm a big fan of puzzle platformers, and this game looks really cool. Seems like a pretty interesting puzzle platformer, and the idea of it being one giant puzzle that you can see at one time, you can literally look down and see how far you've progressed or how close you are to the end. I really like the idea of that. It's got a really interesting art style and graphics as well, and I think it's just pretty interesting. It seems a lot different to the normal 2D platformers, and the 3D ones as well. It's pretty different and unique among this genre, I think, and I think fans of the genre will really enjoy this one. It looks really cool, it looks pretty different, and I think it'll be something really interesting for fans of this genre. So hey, if you like this sort of thing and it's piqued your interest as much as me, then why not check it out? I think it's something a bit different, and it'll be a lot of fun for people to pick this up. And hey, if you've never played a puzzle platformer before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. It's a really good game, but you can get other ones cheaper than this, and even really well received big games as well. So you're probably better off starting one of them instead. But hey, if you really want a 3D one, or you really like the look of this one, then why not check it out? It's not a bad price at all. But if not, don't worry, there'll be plenty more options for you to choose from in the future. We have an adventure game next, Maze. It was released in 2017, so it's 8 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the low price of £1.59, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and it used to be a full price of £15.99 as well, so it's come way down in price lately, which is really great. In this adventure game, you get to locate and decipher clues while exploring an abandoned farm surrounded by sentient corn. It features a condescending Russian robot teddy bear, and it features crazy humour and lots of puzzles to solve along the way. Now this game piqued my interest when I found out about it originally because the trailer's hilarious. I really like puzzle adventure games and this looks like one that's just got a lot of humour and character to it. It's pretty different and that makes it intriguing to me. It's supposed to be really good and I think the humour's pretty great as well. So hey, if you like your games with a bit of humour and you're a fan of puzzle adventures, then you might really enjoy this. The robotic teddy bear seems hilarious and I've got a feeling that he'll be the heart of the game and the thing that'll make it really great for you or it'll get on your nerves and you won't enjoy it as much. But hey, if you like puzzle adventures, if you like the look of it as much as me, then why not check it out? It looks like a really cool game with an interesting idea and I think it'll be really fun for people who pick it up. Why not take a look? And hey, if you've never played an adventure game before, then you could start here, especially if you like puzzle games. It's a really cool and interesting game for a really low price, with a really good bit of comedy, and it just looks like a really cool and interesting game to me. So if you love the look of it, then why not pick it up? At this price you can't go far wrong. But if you're not sure, then don't worry, there'll be plenty more puzzle adventures for you to choose from in the future, so don't forget to subscribe, and then you won't miss them when they come on sale next. Olija is our next game. It was released in 2021, so it's 4 years old, and it's on at least an 80% discount for the low price of £2.39 or £1.19 with PS Plus, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty great deal. In this action adventure, after being shipwrecked and trapped on the mysterious country of Terraphage, you must wield a legendary harpoon and join with other castaways to explore a strange world and escape back to your homelands before it's too late. Now this game seems to be really cool and it was pretty well received as well. The one thing I think will be the problem for most people is the graphics and art style because it's very simplistic and retro. So if you're not okay with that, then skip this game. But if that doesn't bother you, or you really like the old school graphics, then you'll probably really enjoy this game. It looks like a really good quality game with a lot of content included, and it's got good reviews as well. I really like the anime cutscenes as well. They look really cool. My gut feeling is the people that made this really cared, and they really put a lot of effort in. So if you like this sort of game, and you're interested, why not take a look? I think it's very different, but I think it'll surprise a lot of people that pick it up. So why not check it out if you're tempted? And hey, if you've never played an action adventure before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. It's a good game for a cheap price, but like I said, the graphics I think will be a bit Marmite for a lot of people. I think it'll put a lot of people off, and that's a shame because, a good game's not just about the graphics. But there's plenty more games to choose from though, so if you don't like the look of it, don't worry, I got your back. There'll be plenty more for you to choose from in the future, so don't worry about it. We have another puzzle adventure game next, Projection First Light. It was released in 2020, so it's 5 years old, and it's on at least an 80% discount for the price of £2.99 or £1.49 with PS Plus, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal. In this game, you get to explore a mythological shadow puppet world as you embark on a journey of self-enlightenment with the help of legendary heroes from the cultures that you discover along the way. It features a soundtrack made from antique instruments as well, so they've gone for a really retro, authentic feeling to this game, through and through. Now, the graphics are kind of striking for this game. The idea of it being a shadow puppet world is really cool and interesting. I think it's a different spin and I haven't seen it before. I think it's very unique and I think it's very cool. And that's the difference with these sorts of games. There's so many puzzle adventures or puzzle platformer games that really you should just pick the one you like the look of, or one that has a really good theme or story or graphic style that you enjoy. So if you're a fan of puzzle adventure games and you like the look of this one, why not take a look? It's definitely very different and unique, and I think a lot of people will enjoy that. So if you like the sound of it, then why not check it out? It might just be the coolest game you've played in a while. And hey, if you've never played a puzzle adventure before, then I'm not sure I'd recommend starting here. It's a pretty intriguing game for a pretty good price. You can get other bigger AAA legendary ones for about the same price or a little cheaper as well. So you have a massive amount of games to choose from, and I've got a feeling that this game has a lot of style to it, but isn't as amazing in substance. But hey, if you really like the look of it, why not check it out? But if not, there's so many games in this genre to choose from that you'll have a mass amount to choose from in future videos. So don't forget to subscribe, and then you won't miss them when they're on sale next. I really love the look of the next game, Steel Assault. It was released in 2023, so it's 2 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £2.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty great deal for a really cool looking game. In this action platformer, you get to play as Taro Takahashi, a resistance soldier on a revenge mission against an evil dictator lording himself over the realm. It features 16-bit retro graphics and a 4:3 aspect ratio for that extra bit of immersion, which I think is well above and beyond. Now, I'm not sure I'm on board with that because there's parts of the screen you're not using, which is a shame, but they have designed it for CRT TVs, which I think is pretty cool and interesting. I mean, if you're going to go retro, go the whole hog, I guess, because obviously CRT TVs are mostly not widescreen, although you do get widescreen ones. I was there, I promise. But hey, it's a nice little touch, I guess. Actually, I wonder if you can toggle that off in settings. I don't think you can, but if I was making it, I would have done that so you can have it on or off. Either way, It's a cool little addition they made to the game, even if not everyone's going to enjoy that. But aside from that, this game looks amazing. It looks like a really high quality, good 16-bit action game. Think along the lines of Contra or Run Saber, if you remember that game. Then you'll get the idea. It's a really good high quality game, really cool animations, looks like it'll be really fun. Lots of interactivities as well, lots of climbing and different mechanics, with gun turrets and all sorts of things to interact with. It just looks like a wet dream for people that like 16-bit action games. Seriously, if you're like me and you remember these things, it just looks like one of the best games ever made. This should have came from back then, but somehow has been made now. So anyway, if you're excited about it as I am, then why not check it out? I'm really excited about it, and I'll definitely pick it up myself at some point. It looks like a really cool game, and I can't wait to play it at some point. So definitely take a look at it if you're as interested as I am. And hey, if you've never played an action platformer before, then you could definitely start here. This looks like a really good, modern, high quality version of the genre. The only negative I'd say is I'm pretty sure it might get a bit cheaper at some point, so if you're not that tempted yet, you can always wait for it to come cheaper, or pick up another game instead. At this price you do have a lot of others you can pick up, and a lot of them are really good games as well. So if you're not particularly interested, or you're going to wait for it to come on sale, then don't worry, keep up with the videos and you won't miss your other options, and this game when it comes on sale next as well. And the final game I have for you is Vlad Circus Descent into Madness. It was released in 2023, so it's 2 years old, and it's on at least an 80% discount for the price of £3.19 or £1.59 with PS Plus, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal for a really cool looking game. In this psychological horror, you get to experience the chilling story of a 1920s circus that burns to the ground, and the grotesque quest to found a new circus as you discover a story full of mystery and pain, where every shadow hides a twisted secret or a vicious threat. Now this game people seem to really love. The reviews are really good, it's really well thought of, people seem to absolutely love this game. Now this is another game that has some pretty indie graphics, but they're pretty interesting and intriguing as well. If you're a fan of psychological horror games, and you like the idea of going on a circus themed adventure, then why not take a look at this? I think it's a very good quality game that people seem to love, and I also think it's a bit different from this genre as well. It's nice to see something that's outside the normal realms of spooky house or zombies, or ripping off a number of Asian movies, horror games. This is really cool, pretty different, pretty unique, and I think a lot of people that like this genre but have played a lot of games will enjoy the fact of how different it is and how interesting and cool. So why not take a look at it? If you like this sort of game and you haven't played it before, I think you'll really enjoy it, and it might just end up being the best game you've played in ages, so why not check it out? And hey, if you never played a psychological horror game before, then you could start here. It's a pretty different and interesting one, but it's also really popular, which just screams quality to me, especially in a genre this crowded. So hey, if you like the look of it, why not check it out? But if not, you have a lot of other games to choose from in this genre, so there'll be plenty more for you to choose from in the future as well. And that's all the games I have for the PlayStation Indies PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones or did I pick bad ones? And what about the star buy? Did it deserve it, or should some other game have got it instead? Leave all your comments below, and we could talk about it later. Anyway, I hope you found some really cool games to play, but more importantly, I hope you saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Au revoir.